Grove, Grant Tree. It's supposed to be very spectacular.
Let's do it.
Kind of hard. Okay, we've stopped so we can capture
There's a trail
the
down
tree and show how very far it goes up in the sky.
there. Robin, there's a trail that starts down below.
Oh,
That's right through.
it's right in the tree here. Here we see a grouping of the trees. I'm going to show again how big they are. This is parking lot, Grant Grove. Who do we have here this morning?
Good morning, do you?
It's
How do you do today? I'm looking up at
What you doing, Alan?
I'm looking at the trees, Robin. What are you doing?
Taking a picture of you, silly.
Good.
Taking a picture of you taking digital pictures. Anyway, where were we?
Oh, we gotta get on the trail.
Oh, do way up and down. Grand Tree Trail.
Okay. Go ahead, do it, then I'll close it
We're gonna
on.
go this way. We just walked through this fallen tree. And we walked through it. And that's where we walked from.
You can walk through it, see?
Go ahead. Walk
I'm
through,
walking
Alan.
through it.
Watch your head.
Up in your head.
Bend low.
Onward.
Okay, I'm now standing. The tree, part of the tree is over me and on the side of me. And I'm walking down through that opening there. It's incredible that this is the inside of this tree. And Alan's talking to someone there.
Yeah, I tried that, and it didn't come out very well.
Oh, it's always you got that right kind of camera.
Yes, I have an excellent camera.
A digital?
Yes.
I don't know. The picture of the sign, that sign came out so pretty.
In fact, I didn't take a visitor took
Somebody
it
else
and
took it?
sent it to me,
Oh,
but it just doesn't show the detail that I want to see.
thank you.
Have a great day with it.
Yes.
You girls want to feel the bark of a giant sequoia?
Well, this is the photo point for the. Oh, this is the General Grand tree?
Yeah.
Oh, which is the Robert E. Lee tree we just saw?
Oh, that's the Robert E. Lee tree.
This is the Robert E.
That number one, right there, that I'm photographing.
But it says here, with average camera, the General Grand tree is sort of from this point. General Grand tree is an excellent example of mature sequoia. Note the tall trunk. So where? Oh, that one must be it. Is that gonna get it on there?
Photo point. Okay. The General Grand tree is an excellent example of a mature sequoia. Note the tall trunk, sharply tapering top, and huge branches. These monarchs of the forest are so well proportioned and display such symmetry and balance that it is often difficult to appreciate their true size. So from where we're standing, you can see the General Grand tree going up, up, and up to the top. Focusing on it.
No. The wood breaks apart when it's cut. And of course, every tree is protected now, no matter where it grows from the states anyway. So it can't be used or anything. Seedling, teenager, which is what they call these guys, even though these were planted in 1949. And then they get round top, like this guy here.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the grand tree is snag top.
So this one here is a young one.
Yes. 58 years old.
58 years old.
Yeah. It was planted
Doesn't
by
he
a
was-
ranger because he was concerned there were no new seedlings coming up.
This one right here?
All these. Anything that looks like a perfect conical Christmas tree
Right.
Okay.
is a young sequoia.
Okay. And the one over here,
That's
that's an older one.
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
California tree, I believe.
Huh.
No, there's the California tree. That's the one next to it.
Okay.
That one's called a round top.
Oh, that's a round top
because they don't grow on the bottom
It's a
anymore.
round
They
tree
grow
at
out up
top.
on top.
Yeah, what happens is
That's when the sun gets out.
the lower branches get shaded and they die
Yeah, they
and break
die
off,
off,
over the years, and they just continue growing. And most of their branches grow out and then they bend, and it's trying to reach the sunlight. They're very, very necessary, sun and water. They use a lot of both.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, David. See the young sequoias here? These that look like perfect conical trees are young sequoias.
How old are
They are 58 years old, planted by a ranger in 1949.
they? 50 years is young.
Yeah. They're called the teenagers.
Teenagers.
A huge big branch off of them last summer.
The Lee tree,
Yeah.
that one up here.
And this summer they closed the trail because they didn't know if it would be safe for visitors.
Oh, really?
And so then this summer, some of our tree experts climbed up there, and believe it or not, they discovered 3 sugar pines growing out of branches up in the top of that
Interesting.
tree.
Sugar pine trees.
Yeah. And also there is a currant bush growing out of one of the branches. And you can see the currant bush from the bench down there. If you look up, the big branch coming out this direction, on the left-hand side is this green currant bush.
I have to look for them.
The base of the Tennessee tree reveals that fire has burned through many times, leaving a large cavity in the massive trunk, yet the tree still lives. This is because the living tissue and the transport tissue are found just beneath the inner bark, forming a layer about 3 to 5 inches wide in older giant sequoias. As long as this living tissue is not severed all the way around the trunk, the tree can continue to grow. And you can see the remnants of a tree right over here. Okay, so that's a Tennessee tree that I just spoke about.
Yes. So you're almost to General Grant.
Dogwoods. This is a Pacific Mountain dogwood. Up these steps we can get a close eye view of the General Grant tree. Here it is right in front of me. Pretty incredible. And here we see how it's been damaged by fire, and yet it survived. Can I have that for a minute? Just the General Grant tree is the world's third largest living thing and has the greatest base diameter of any sequoia at 40.3 feet. It's as tall as a 27-story building, wider at the base than a 3-lane freeway, weighs more than 700 large cars. If the tree were to be cut down, more than 40 average-sized 5-room houses could be built from it. A relatively young tree for a huge sequoia, the Grant tree has lived for nearly 20 centuries. The General Grant tree was discovered in 1862. And there are 2 other different species trees growing from it, the ranger was telling us. Fire damage. Look at the scars on this double tree. Fire or successive fires fueled by fallen trees consume most of one sequoia and severely damage the trunk of the other. The fire went out when no longer aided by other fuels. And so, I'll stand back here a little bit. Try to show this example of the tree over here. This is called the lightning tree, actually, and lightning split the tree, damaged part of it, continued to grow, and then two trees fused together in the ground there. And can't even get the top. It's too big. There we go. You can see where a branch broke off. Yep. And here's evidence of a tree over here that had been burned, but was not killed. Jeez, Alan.
Excuse me.
I think we got that on tape too. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Some bug.
Ducks. We have ducks behind us.
It wasn't me, it was you.
Yeah, but you said. Okay. Here we're looking at, right on the other side of the path, trees that have been, well, fallen down. Here we
These
have
aren't-
cut
these
down.
aren't-
These
These are not
have been
sequoia?
cut. And it's not a
That
sequoia.
looks like it might have been a sequoia, that was a big one.
You sure it's not just a rock, Alan?
Centennial stump. 24-foot.
This is the centennial stump. This unusual stump and the fallen log beyond are all that remain of a very fine specimen of a giant sequoia. In 1875, two brothers, William and Thomas Vivian, believed they could make a small fortune by exhibiting a section of this sequoia at America's Centennial Exhibit in Philadelphia. They worked 9 days. They contracted workers to cut down the tree. They were paid $50. And a 16-foot section was sliced off, split into sections, and hauled out of the forest by bull teams. Anyway, the exhibit at the exposition at the was not well received. Anyway, it was a failure. But here we see remnants of other trees. What's the matter? Okay. This is a view of the tree that we walked through before. And you can see the immense size of it. I'm taking pictures of the beautiful scenery. So that we can remember it forever and ever. And anyone who wants to look at this can remember it too.
Look at the beautiful road we're driving on.
Beautiful road.
Just keep it going. Look up on the inside. It looks like somebody painted the rocks for us. Must have known we were coming. Look at the view.
at the bushes growing out of the trees.
Out of the rocks.
Yeah, look at the trees growing out of the rocks. Look at the rocks overhanging the road. Hope they don't come down till we get out of here later. Around every turn is a new picture. Even the photographers are getting interested in doing it. Look at this rock and whether you fall out of it. Okay, we did it. Okay, enough for a while.
Now you can narrate.
Look at that. Beautiful. Huge mountain. It's a good thing there's nobody coming down behind us. Anyway, I can pull over here for a couple of seconds.
Here we are at Boyden Cavern, and on one side of the parking lot we have this waterfall. There's the tunnel over there. Rushing water. There's a bridge now. I'm going to go find the cavern. Okay, Boyden Cavern apparently is a 45-minute tour. And I don't know if we're going to go on it. We'll see. What we're looking at here is the world's largest sequoia grove. That's Baldy Mountain over there, and extends way over there. Big boulders here. That's the parking area. There's a driftwood here. How pretty. That's probably where the big boulders came from. Across the road.
真的吗？你别着急哦。啊，还要往上爬哦。
往在这边躲太阳了。
Okay, this is the General Sherman Trail. We just came from up there, and we're going to see this tree that's magnificent. Anyway, here are rocks that fell down from someplace, and they are huge, huge boulders among the trees. So, this is walking down the General Sherman Trail. See? Alan's walking. And along the path, there's the path, we hear birds. We have Alan taking a picture of Robin. And we have more giant rocks. And big trees. Now we're going to continue. We're almost there.
Deze heeft alleen het meeste hout binnenin. Er zit een gat in. Je kunt meestal het uit.
Oh, there it is.
Zaag hem om dan, maak er papier van.
Sherman tree.
Zaagsel.
Nee, valbouw. Valbouw.
Spanten, ja.
Heb je deze?
See the comparison. People right there. Top.
I'm with the flash. Look out. I think they came out.
Yeah. I don't know that it's gonna. A
The
picture's
Sherman
gonna.
tree is the largest tree in the world, volume-wise. Here is a tree that fell down. I'm going to show you the whole length